let's get into the first reason. It attracts the wrong type of female.
Thank you. What have I been saying? What have I been saying? Well, what did I say? Please, please. Thank you so much. Alright, yo, so today we got why thug maxing won't make you more attractive. So by thug maxing, I'm assuming they mean like acting like a thug to pull more girls. Yeah, that sounds a little cringe, but let's get into it.
Alright, bro. I think it's finally time we talk about thug maxing. Like, bro, this shit getting out of hand, and it's kind of been running rampant for this last couple years. Like, bro, why the fuck is this nigga Drake throwing up game sign? Like, when did this nigga get in the game? And why is he, like, doing this facial expression with...
Bro, Drake just a cornball, though, man. We know this, though. We know this.
The game sign, what the fuck? Like, bro, this nigga was just in a wheelchair on Degrassi. Why is this hyper successful multi-millionaire trying to convince me that he's a gang member? And Drake really not even the worst instance of thug maxing that we see out.
It's from a good suburban home acting like that. I mean, it's the rapper, like, I guess the rapper, what you call it? Persona? Yeah, the rapper persona that they're trying to, you know, present to the world and makes them look a little bit more, I don't know, hard. The rapper's supposed to be hard nowadays, but it just looks weird when you know where you're from. Like, it just doesn't match. It doesn't match up. That's one of the reasons why I don't really mess with Drake like that.
These celebrities, of course, we got the infamous Ja Wick shiestied up with the eyebrow slit. Like, I never seen it.
That's a crazy combo. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. This nigga might be the 2024 thug maxer of the year. I want y'all to understand. This nigga was willing to throw away his whole NBA career to look like a thug. That's some real life dedication, bro. Y'all really gotta think. They suspended this nigga for being in the club with a gun, and then he apologized and was on live in the car with a gun the very next day. This nigga just don't give a fuck. But he was happy.
No. Okay, that's gonna get me mad though, cause it's like you work your whole life to get to the NBA. You just wanna throw it away for what? To look like, huh? It's not making sense.
Stepping, like, he still gave a little apology and shit. He wasn't willing.
You trying to get away from that life? I don't know why you trying to go back.
But Mikey Williamson, this nigga earned it. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga got it. Like, he gangster of the year. Ja Morant might have gotten into a little tussle, but this nigga Mikey Williamson really shot at people. He really derailed his entire career to thug max. But look, bro, all jokes aside, this thug maxing shit is not it. I ain't gonna lie. In the short term, it'll work. But long term, it's gonna leave you broke, stressed, or in real life danger. Like, bruh, does that sound like an equal trade for a little bit more girls? If you're on the fence about
No, listen. He says it's gonna work for like short time. What he means is like, yeah, it'll work to a certain demographic of women. Like if you're going after like hood, ghetto, bunnies, yeah, them type of, yeah, then it'll work. But if you want, which I hope you do, like a classy, like wifey, then you're probably gonna repel those type of girls, because they ain't gonna want you because they think you're too ghetto or hood or whatever. You're a thug, you know? Who wants to be with that? When you come from a certain class, you know, a person, not just women, but all around. So it literally just depends on who you're going after and who you're trying to attract. I personally wouldn't want to attract that type of, like that type of demographic, you know? That's just me though. But if that's all you, I mean, by all means, I can't stop you. Go ahead and thug max, man, if that's what you want to do. But as you said, it also has repercussions outside of that, which is like you could get yourself in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Acting like something you're not, basically. So
this video, as I explain why it seems to work, why it's a losing strategy, and what you should be doing instead. But before we get into it, bro, y'all already know the drill. I need y'all to go ahead and like the video. Just think about it, bro. After watching this video, you'll fully understand the appeal of thug maxing and know how to get similar results without literally having to throw your life away. But alright, I'm gonna assume everybody went ahead and liked the video by now, so let's go ahead and get into it. First things first, for those of you who don't know, we gotta define what thug maxing is. I know that y'all aren't no dumbass niggas, so I think y'all probably already made that connection just based on the
what quote unquote makes someone a thug? Like the stereotypically, I guess, tattoos maybe, or like the way you talk, or like, I don't know, what else? I'm trying to think. Maybe he'll come up. Let's continue. But like, I'm trying to think of like this. What makes somebody something, you know, stereotypically?
Context clues. But I know it's probably...
Now, I'm not saying this won't work. I'm just saying it will work for the right demographic, but you might not want to go down that lane. That's all I'm saying.
Out there that just couldn't connect the dots. Basically, thug maxing is when guys who are not street whatsoever all of a sudden just adopts this street or thuggish persona and aesthetic with the goal of increasing their attractiveness. Now, if you're in high school right now, you probably have some pretty good examples of that.
Okay. Look, like this guy. Hold on.
Now, if you're
like, nobody was a square. Like, nobody was like a square. Like somebody that's like, you know. Actually, that's a lie. Some girls do. They like the nerds, you know what I'm saying? But you don't need to go all the way to the end of the spectrum. carrying guns and shit. That's crazy. You can do other stuff. I'm not saying you can't get tattoos, you can't present yourself a certain way that's a little tougher. Just don't go to the extremes, like the YN level. That's OD. That's when you get yourself in trouble and you will really start attracting the ghetto ones. Like, yeah, now you don't want that.
In high school right now, you probably have some pretty good examples of that. That period of time is really when the thug maxing starts to kick in. All of a sudden you look around and your school is full of niggas who swear they're young boy. Like, bro, you're not young boy. You're young and but nah though. Somebody that's thug maxing might start dressing a little bit more edgy, a little bit more dangerous, maybe a
okay,
shot.
see the gun though, the gun. Why did there need to be a gun in that video? There didn't need to be a gun in that video. I don't know, bro. You probably live in a big ass house with 5 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and like, bro, stop this, man, please. Now I will say as well, like, looking at me, I don't know. People may say, "Oh, AYD, you might have thug maxed unintentionally. Like, look at your style, look at your hair." I had like twist for a little bit, and you got tattoos and all that. Bear in mind, I wanted this stuff my whole life, so I'm just doing it. I'm just being me. But that to be said, you know, fair enough. Like, yeah, you could say that, but I'm not out here claiming I'm from a gang or like I'm throwing up like gang signs or whatever. I don't know what they doing, or like claiming to have a gun or whatever. Like, that's crazy. But people are doing this because they think I was gonna make them look harder and in turn pull more girls. Like, no, bro, you don't want that.
A Nike tag, basically anything a drill rapper would wear. You might notice a shift in behavior. They might become a little bit more aggressive, dominant, or rebellious. Like, all of a sudden they want to slap box in front of the females, or they start like overly chasing smoke with teachers for no reason, trying to be overly tough all the time. Basically, they just start mimicking their favorite rapper or gangster or whoever they done seen act out in some type of thuggish way. Typically it's YoungBoy. Like, I don't know what's in YoungBoy music that make niggas want.
Nah, bro, I used to clown niggas like that, bro. Walk around like you got something up your ass because like you trying to walk like young boy, bro. Like, come on now.
Be him so bad, but that's like the default nigga that the thug maxers kind of emulate, bro. Now that I'm thinking about it, this nigga Ja Morant and Mikey Williamson was both heavily into YoungBoy. Have y'all noticed that? Like, now that I'm thinking about
the trend
in real life that I know who be thug maxing got that shit from YoungBoy. But yeah, bro, the logic behind thug maxing is that certain females are naturally attracted to dominant, dangerous, and rebellious guys. And I'm not gonna lie, this is
maybe dominant. I don't know about dangerous though. Some are, but do you want that? Like, somebody that's attracted to danger? That doesn't even sound right. That sounds like you have trauma in your past and you trying to, like, I don't know.
True. Like, from a psychological standpoint, women are heavily attracted to guys with these traits. But just because it can get you some more short-term hoes doesn't mean you should do it. There's also multiple backdraws to this method of pulling that damn near negates all the benefits. Also, you can display most of these thug maxing traits without even being a thug. Like, you literally can get most of the benefits without necessarily having to maintain this thuggish persona and basically throw your life away. To understand how we can circumvent having to do this loser thug max shit, we first gotta understand why exactly it works for getting girls. Then we can kind of reverse engineer the method, you know what I'm saying? We can kind of take what works, leave what
don't.
Okay,
we getting into it.
So to understand why thug maxing works, we gotta analyze what women are attracted to, which are mainly guys who are masculine, physically dominant, and confident. With this in mind, it's really no wonder why the bad boy hood archetype has always had an appeal. Whether we're looking at movies, TV shows, the music industry, or regular hood niggas in real life, this seems to be like a constant in all forms of media. It's like a law of physics. If you're a hood nigga or a bad boy, depending on race, you're gonna get bitches. And this really isn't a surprise.
Oh, I'm glad he said depending on race as well, because I feel like as a black person, you might be more pressured to act like that because it's like a stereotype. Oh, you're black. Why are you acting? People will say like, oh, if you're acting like a square, why are you acting white? Like, you can't just be raised like that. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be like that. So it's like, as a black person, yeah, they may, expect you to act a certain way, which may, force you in that lane, which I say, man, stay true to yourself, bro. More people will fuck with you if you stay true to who you are, honestly. So, but like, it's also corny if like a white guy, or like, I don't know, if you saw like like an Indian guy trying to act like hood or some shit. Like, I don't know, man. It's just, yeah, that's an example.
What women are attracted to. Of course, the baseline masculinity, physical dominance, confidence, but even more than that, thugs typically have a higher level of social proof and status. Not necessarily in the long term of life, but maybe inside like isolated social scenarios. For instance, if a guy is walking around your school and he's like overly tough and aggressive to the point where he's intimidating other guys, some females will view that as a sign of power and control. And obviously this leads to him having a higher level of social
Not her
proof and
clapping
status.
though.
Cause you gotta think, a girl is not finna see a guy acting out like that and actually think about it logically and be like, yo, like, why is he tripping all the time? Females are just biologically wired to be attracted to guys who are hyper masculine, and that's how they perceive the guys who.
Some. I'll say that again. Some. You know, some girls really like I don't know, softs. I don't say it's the majority. I like to know the percentage, but I feel like it's kind of even though. Some like heavy masculine, some like feminine or not feminine, but like a little softer. You don't have to be overly masculine. I feel like that's toxic.
Was just like overly aggressive, want to be young boy and shit. You gotta also factor in, bro, females love excitement and drama. At this point, bro, we should all know that boring a female is like the #1 way to lose her. So using that same logic, we know that some excitement and drama is a pretty good way to get or retain girls. Bro, this shit is literally in an old ass song. Girls just want to have fun, like, bro, this.
That is true, but you can have fun in other ways. You don't have to be a thug about it. Go get money, man. You can go on vacation. You can do other stuff. That's excitement. Does excitement equal danger or like running from your ops? I'm confused.
Been true for decades. There's even newer songs coming out echoing this same sentiment. The main one that come to mind right now is Blick Song by Lotto. Like, the first lines of the song literally say, I don't trust no man without.
Seeing then we have these girls like. I understand why people are doing it though. It's like it's everywhere. Act like this, you gonna get more girls. Like, you want a girl like Lotto though? I mean, she cool, but like she look cool, but I don't know. You want that like hood ghetto? Those are the ghetto hood rats, bro. Those are the type of girls you know. But they're the ones saying it right in the media, so everybody's listening. Everybody wants to be that because they want a Lotto or whatever. I don't know, man. Yeah.
No Blicky, cause when shit gets sticky, where the fuck that Blicky at? This shit is actually so crazy to me. Like, bro, what is she talking about? She literally activating all the thug matching niggas around the globe. Like,
Literally.
I thought this shit was crazy before, but now the thug matching rates really finna be through the roof. But yeah, bro, females, especially those that grew up around this type culture, seem to be drawn to the excitement and chaos of dating hood type niggas. Like, bro, I just seen this.
I think it's hood, bro. They just got money. Listen, money, get your money up. How about that?
Clip a little baby X talking about how her nigga gotta have a little bit of hood in him. Like, bro, she literally had a whole ass failed relationship with a hood nigga, and she still wants a nigga to have a little bit of hood in him. You really cannot make this shit up, bro. Like, it's really something wrong with these females.
If somebody said they want a little bit of hood in them, please run the other way. As a smart man, like, please run the other way. You don't want that. If that's what you want, I'm questioning you, my brother. You watching this. If that's what you want, then like, why do you want that?
But yeah, bro, another appeal to the bad boy hood archetype is confidence and a nonchalant attitude. This thuggish persona typically comes with the sense of not caring.
Now that doesn't mean hood though. You could be nonchalant and confident. That's great qualities to have as a man, I think. Cause yes, girls do like that nonchalant, not too nonchalant, but confidence. Importantly, like confidence high up there.
All should know by now that women are highly attracted to this type of nonchalant demeanor. And the reason why it works so well with like the thug archetype is because their actions typically disregard any type of authority. For instance, if you're in the car with a girl and you're going way past the speed limit, you're kind of cutting up, she's instantly gonna be way more attracted to you because you don't care about the law. Unless
no, she's gonna be scared as hell. She gonna be crying for her life, especially if y'all try cutting up, man. You go fucking crack. Nah, bro, don't even do that. It's not even worth it, man. You cutting up trying to impress her. Like, she knows what you trying to do, bro. You look corny. Like, just be you, man. Just drive normal, regular. Like, why are you trying to impress? It's that meme, like, when niggas get around the hoods, they start doing extra shit. Like, just nah. You don't need to do all that, bro. More time, the women's gonna be more scared of dying. They're not attracted to that.
You crash, then that nonchalant, I don't care aura is all out the window. Similarly, if you think about a guy that's just super square and he always does everything by the book, typically girls are gonna be way less attracted to that type of guy. I tried doing some research to find out why breaking the rules is generally considered cool, but I really couldn't find no definitive answer. I did see that it probably has a lot to do with confidence and nonconformity, which makes sense because confidence by itself is already an attractive trait, and nonconformity kind of communicates bravery because it's like you're not afraid to go against the crowd, which I think we can all agree is pretty cool. But the last major appeal of this like thug method is the media appeal. Like, bruh, this thuggish persona has been glamorized for like the last couple decades. It's literally in every form of media, the movies, the music, and on social media. In literally every form of media, the bad boy lifestyle is like praised. And when females observe this, they kind of take it into real life. Think about it like they're being socialized to pick the guy who fits into this archetype. Like, logically speaking,
Like them, when girls when they're younger, they grew up watching Disney Channel. At least in my era, I don't know about y'all, Gen Alphas and that, but Gen Z, you know what I'm saying? They were watching Disney Channel, so they grew up watching men on the Disney Channel, so they like that aesthetic. And then when they grew up, they started watching more hardcore, and then this is what they promoted, so that's what they want. So it's like, yeah, the media does play a role in it. It's like, but do you want that type of girl that's influenced so heavily by the media? You gotta be thinking about these things, man.
you should pick the nigga who gets good grades and he maybe plays a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga with the actual future. But because of this socialization, females really don't factor in the long-term outcome. Not saying that all niggas who are regularly engaged in criminal activity are gonna end up like bums, because we do have some outliers like Lil Baby, DeMar DeRozan, Tank, but it's definitely more risky to pick somebody like this, because if them niggas weren't so locked in, they could have had a whole different trajectory in life. Another piece of anecdotal evidence that I'll add to support this is that females with a more proper background aren't really as drawn into this thug demeanor. Like if a girl has a dad and he works a nice office job, she's typically not gonna be attracted to a nigga that be working the block.
There we go. Yep. If you want that type of, you feel me? Then I can be attracted to the mexers. Now, if you want the has, so let's just call it what it is, the has, because they are what they are. Yeah, by all means, Doug Max, but to a certain extent, don't go all the way, please, for your own safety. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just say it's up to you guys. It's all circumstantial to what you want, you know, at the end of the day.
I say typically, bro, because these females, like, sometimes they just can't fight that. They just still be fiending for, like, the overly street. But yeah, bro, those are, like, the main reasons why being a thug is attractive. Now we got to talk about why this thug maxing shit isn't a viable strategy. That shit is a short-term gimmick for short-term hoes.
All right, talk to me.
With that being said, let's get into the first reason. It attracts the wrong type of female.
Thank you. What have I been saying? What have I been saying? What did I say? Please. Thank you so much.
When you thug max, you're mostly gonna attract females that's into that type of lifestyle. This is a problem for so many different reasons, bro. Like the quality of girl you get is gonna be heavily diminished. It's gonna be the type of girl that's literally into drama, toxicity, and instability. I don't know about y'all, bro, but I don't like unnecessary problems in my life. I only want the type of problems to where I couldn't even avoid them, like a random ass flat tire. But this shit right here is heavily avoidable. You don't gotta talk to these type females. I know it's probably a young nigga watching this video thinking to itself like, I'm willing to take any girl regardless of the.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's when you have the lack of abundance and then you want anything. So you're like, damn, okay, I'm gonna go down this route, thug maxing. But then you do it and you might get some success. I'm not gonna lie, you might get success from it, and you realize, damn, it wasn't even worth it because the quality of girls I'm getting is like, it's like a void, bro. It's like it's not doing anything for you. You realize once you have it, it's like, damn, it's not that great. It really isn't, man. You would rather have somebody of substance that you can build a future with than like all these random hoes like that don't provide anything and are a nuisance, bro.
Problems, which is fine. Like, okay, I understand, like, you're gonna make that decision because you're young, but you're eventually gonna reach the same conclusion that it's not worth it. And then, bro, when you're dealing with these type of females,
oh yeah, see, they gonna fight back, bro. Yeah, hell nah. Miss me with that.
they're gonna be even more thuggish than you. Like if you're fabricating,
y'all thug maxers, stay safe, bro. Cause this is what y'all dealing with, man.
A lot about how much of a thug you are. It's gonna come a point in time, bro, where she realizes she's more of a gangster than you. It might even be some simple shit like her wanting to smoke in your car, but you know, like, it's a lot of police around and you don't want to take that risk. And then she just realized from that point on, like, you're not like that for her. So you're not even really gonna be able to retain the girl unless you actually just become a criminal, which at that,
cause like then you have to, like, the persona has to stay with you, right? You can't act thug to get her and then not act thug one day and think she gonna stay with you, right? She gonna think like, damn, you really a cornball. You will like play me the whole time. Like, you're not even really like that. What do you do then? You just gonna act like a thug your whole life? I don't think people think it through, man.
That's so like, true. Bro, what the fuck is wrong with you, nigga? Like, you're way too deep in. No girl on the planet is worth that shit. Let alone a girl who smokes backwoods, has a horrible diet, and has terrible morals. But alright, the next reason why this shit isn't viable is it's a fake persona. This shit kind of ties into what I was saying previously, bro. But if you're not really on that shit, you're gonna get exposed. Then you gotta think, bro. These females are not slow. They're gonna be able to tell that you're putting on an act. Like, bro, I promise you, you're not a good enough actor to pull off the thug maxing. Even if you only thug max on Instagram, because when you meet them in real life,
I got the water gun.
But if you're doing this shit in person, it's so much worse. Like, you're gonna go out bad in real time because the females are gonna see that you're putting on an act, and that shows a lack of confidence in your actual personality. And since we know that confidence is one of the top attractive traits, it's obviously gonna lead you to getting way less girls. And you also gotta think about the niggas who are actually thugs. Like, bruh, if you're in school right now and you just come in the next day trying to be like young boy, the niggas who are actually in the trenches are gonna see that shit and they're not gonna let that shit slide, bruh. The actual thugs, it's like that's their whole thing. So they're not just finna let you culture vulture that shit. They're literally gonna treat you like how the industry be treating Drake. And I shouldn't have to tell you how embarrassing that is for the real street niggas to get on your ass in front of the hoes. Like, bruh, it's no coming back from that shit. You literally gotta change schools or you just gotta become King Von. But nah, though, the next reason why this thug maxing shit really isn't a viable option is because it's not a sustainable.
Nah, he was really on it. Nah, that's what it could lead to though. If you really on that, I don't know why we glamorizing that lifestyle. It's die every day. It's die every day. Like
Identity. Like, bro, really ask yourself, am I finna be thug maxing into my 30s and 40s? Like, really think about what a 30 and 40-year-old thug looks like. I'm not talking about.
It's so corny. Like them old head gangsters, like that still want to be in the streets. You look like a man child. Grow the fuck up. It's like a baby that never grew up. It's actually the most cringe thing ever. You know, now I can understand like a little teen, maybe early 20s, trying to, you know, do this thug max and stuff. But like, it gets to a point, dude, when, you know, you almost 30, but you almost an unk, still acting like this. Like, nah.
About the outliers like Future or Lil Baby, genuinely picture a regular nigga still trying to be hard. It's like, please get that shit up. Go start a family or some shit.
Go get some kids.
Sad. Like, damn, this nigga is still acting like a young nigga. Like, bro, you're 30 years old. Why are you wearing a shiesty?
I'm glad this video is just like, I'm literally saying the same shit, but like in advance. I like this video though. You know, he's staying some facts, man.
This in mind, bro. Thug maxing is really only cool to females from like high school to maybe the end of college. So it's really no point in even going down that path because all the females are gonna outgrow you within a couple of years. It's like, bro, you'll win in the short term of like maybe high school and the beginning of college, but when you're actually an adult, the females aren't finna be fucking with that thug maxing shit. But yeah, bro, the last reason why this shit isn't viable is, in the long term, thug maxing is just inferior to standard self-improvement. Instead of trying to fake a tough guy persona, it would benefit you infinitely more to build true confidence, social skills, and success. Now you might be thinking to yourself, earlier in the video, you was just saying how thugs are attractive to women. But look, bro, if you go back to the main reasons why thugs are attractive, you'll realize that you don't actually have to thug max to display those traits. I mean, come on now, bro.
Confidence, money, status. You don't have to be a thug. Thank you. Listen, that video's done. This video's done. There's nothing more that needs to be said. I'm gonna give this video a like because hell yeah, you know, spitting facts. But anyway, that's been the video, man. If y'all want to thug max, it's up to you. We read the pros and the cons. There's more cons, bro. So I personally wouldn't do it. I wouldn't advise it. But anyway, that's been that, man. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.